Hello everyone and welcome back to this channel. My name is Colleen and I am here today to try and make your Christmas gatherings a little easier, a little less work for you. So today I've got 3 quick, simple recipes for fudge that you can add to your cake or cookie plates for the holidays. I'll gather up the ingredients for the first one and be right back. Okay, the very first thing that we're going to make today is a sugar cookie fudge. And to get started with that, I have put parchment paper in an 8x8 pan, which I'm just going to set aside for the moment. And into this glass bowl, which is microwave safe, I'm going to add 2 cups of white chocolate chips. And you know, it would probably be better to go for the better quality ones at this point, if you can find them where you live. And let me see here. There's 1 cup, and that is 2 cups. And I'm going to put this into the microwave, and I am going to stir it about every, I don't know, 7 or 8 seconds. Give it a stir. We want it to be melted, but we don't want it to get too hot because white chocolate chips get grainy if you get the white chocolate too hot. So try not to do that, but you want it to be completely melted. So each time you take it out, give it a good stir. And when I've got that melted, we'll be back for the next step. And now I need 1 container of creamy deluxe icing, or this is a vanilla icing. And because I'm going to put it in the microwave, I'm going to be extra cautious that I get all the tin foil off of it, because we don't need sparks for our holidays. And it came off nice and clean. Now we're going to put this in there until it's completely melted. So I'll let you know how long that is when I'm done. But the chips took 1.5 minutes. Now I think I've got it just about right here. It's pretty runny. And it was in the microwave for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to dump that into the melted chocolate chips. This is a 450 gram container, which would be the equivalent, I guess, of about 16 US ounces. And the chocolate chips, that was 2 cups. So now the third ingredient that goes in there is this sugar cookie mix. And you don't need much of it, so make sure you're not throwing away the recipe on the back, because you will need that to make the rest of the bag into sugar cookies if that's what you're going to do with it. So 1/4 cup of the sugar cookie mix. And I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. Now I'm just going to give this a good stir. Make sure everything is well mixed. And it just takes a minute to get everything mixed in there, not long at all. And already I can see that everything's starting to cool. So I'm going to work quickly and get my lined pan over here, because I don't want this to form into a ball in the bowl. And I am going to get it right into the bowl. Sorry, right into the pan, out of the bowl. And you know, if you've got somebody around the house at the moment, you probably don't have to clean the bowl really well, because they may want it. I don't know what it is about grown-ups and eating cookie dough, but I thought that once kids grew up they wouldn't want to eat it, but that's just not the case. So as I said before, this is an 8 by 8 pan. And right now, if I had any sprinkles that would, you know, the kind that you would dust onto your sugar cookies, I would sprinkle it on top. But I don't have any at the moment. So now I'm going to pop this in the fridge and let it chill for 2 hours, and then I'll bring it out and I'll cut it into squares and it'll be ready to go. I may find something yet to put on the top to decorate it a little bit, we'll see. Anyway, on to the next recipe. So recipe number 2 in our quick fudge series is going to be gingerbread fudge. And if you've never made this before, you're missing out on a treat. It's simple to make, and people are going to think that you worked on it all day long, which is not true at all. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure 4 cups of white chocolate chips into my bowl. This is going to go into the microwave. And this makes a pretty good sized batch. So if you were thinking about sharing them, you know, with your neighbors or friends or whatever, this makes a pretty good batch. And you can probably get the chips somewhere on sale, especially right now. When I went to pick these ones up the other day, they were definitely on sale, which always is a bonus when we're baking kind of at the last minute and we think this might be all we give somebody for Christmas. So it is definitely the right time of the year to be buying them. Or if you found them throughout the year and you bought them on sale, that's absolutely a bonus too. So there we go. 4 cups of chips into the big microwave safe bowl. And to that we're going to add 1 cup of sweetened condensed milk. I don't know, you can buy all kinds of brands, and one of the first places I always check and where I got this particular one was at our local bargain store, where they always seem to have a pretty good price on it. It's always maybe 20 cents a can less than buying it at the grocery store. But again, this is a good time of the year to be looking because they've got all the baking stuff out. So 1 cup in there. And now we're going to head to the microwave with this bowl, and I'm going to start it off for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to stir it in 30 seconds, so forth. You get the idea, until it's all incorporated and is soft. Now, this is what it looks like. It's not runny gooey. We need 2 tablespoons of molasses, which I just ran over and warmed up in the microwave because it came out of the fridge and it was really cold. And we need 2 teaspoons of ground ginger. As soon as I wrestle my way into it, this is a ½ teaspoon measure. So I'm gonna go 4 times. We need 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And last but not least, we need 2 teaspoons of ground nutmeg. And I ground the nutmeg fresh, so I have it here on this piece of plastic. Now I'm going to stir this up. And I'm going to do it quickly because this is going to set up on us quite fast. The combination of the chocolate or the white chips and the sweetened condensed milk, once it's heated, it thinks that its job is over and that it should just get firm. So don't be dillying or dallying because you'll end up with it unmixed. And it's coming along pretty good here. And I have a 6 by 9 inch pan that I've lined with parchment paper. And I am going to get that over here and get this mixture in. I see some white spots in it. I'm not worrying about them at all. And then we're going to press this down. It can be a little time consuming to do this part because it's already started to set up. But take your time. The white chocolate chips have quite a bit of oil in them, so you will notice it having a shiny surface, or that it may be a bit shiny. Again, don't worry about that. I'll grab a knife here, clean off my spoon, and then I'm going to give it a pat down. Whoops, sorry about the noise. And this is going to go into the refrigerator for a couple of hours. One of the things that I'm going to do, it doesn't tell you that in the recipe, but I think that it's a little too greasy on the top. So I'm going to take a piece of paper towel and just lay it gently on there and extract some of that before I put it into the fridge. Because we want the finish to be nice. Besides, this gives me a way to press it down so that it's nice and tidy in the pan. And by golly, it has kind of an interesting finish too. And the smell is heavenly. Okay, so this is gingerbread fudge, and I will cut it up and let you see what it looks like when it's finished. And I hope that you enjoy it. Now, last but certainly not least in this parade of fudges that we're making today, these 3 fudges that can be made in 5 minutes, I would do Rocky Road. Rocky Road is simple to make if you follow the steps that I'm going to do today. I'm going to use the microwave again. You can do this in a pot on the stove, so don't be intimidated by having to stop and start the microwave a few times. If you feel better about it, definitely put your temperature safe bowl over a pot of hot water on the stove and melt your chips that way. So we're going to start off with 3 cups of, I have milk chocolate. You definitely could use semi-sweet chocolate for this recipe. And I'm going to put into that mixture 4 tablespoons of butter or thereabouts. All the recipes will be in the description box below the video. You just go over to the corner, which is conveniently right beside the little bell that you could ring, so that you make sure you get all of the notifications for when I put up a new video. So this is going to go into the microwave. I'm going to do it in 30-second increments, and then I will be right back to go on to the next step. Now here I am, I'm back, and I have melted the chocolate chips. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla to the melted chips and stir that in. And again, because everything wants to go back to its original form, this is going to want to get hard. So I'm going to add 1 can of sweetened condensed milk and give that a good stir. Make sure this is mixed in quite well. But don't overmix it because that cools it too quickly and we won't have a chance to get the other ingredients in. The recipe, the standard recipe for Rocky Road, calls for salted peanuts, but I'm allergic to peanuts, so we'd use either pecans or walnuts. This is pecans going in today. And we need 3 cups of the mini marshmallows, the white ones. And there we go. I've got a 9 by 13 pan all set to go here. You can see already it's setting up on me really fast. So you must work quickly. And there we go. When I bring this pan over, I've just put a bit of parchment paper in it because it's certainly easier to lift it out to be able to cut the squares of chocolate. And I am going to just move it around till I have it all over in here. And this is quite an easy one, and well, as they all are today, because, well, I guess some people would call this cheating. I'm not actually making fudge. I am, what am I doing? I am melting it, melting the chocolate and adding other ingredients to it. So I'm actually changing it, but I don't know how to describe that very well. Using the paper towel trick again, just put a paper towel on top. That helps you to pack it down in there and remove any fat that might come up from the chips. Oops. A spot there that doesn't want to settle. There we go. And there we have a 9 by 13 pan of Rocky Road fudge. And all of these recipes are, as I said before, linked in the description box below. They will save you oodles of time, honestly. And people who have lots of time, you can certainly go back to your recipe books and you can look up the old-fashioned way of making fudge, and you can try it out for yourself that way. I don't discourage you from doing that. But if you don't have an awful lot of time, these shortcuts will really, really help you to have some wonderful little treats to either cut up and package into little packages to give out to your friends or to share with people who come over to your house during the holidays. And I hope that you find this useful. And if you do, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little notification bell so that you know when I put new videos up, because some of you are complaining that you never see the videos, but I've been posting every week, so you're missing them. So hit that little notification bell that's right underneath the corner, I think it's over here, of the video, and that's where the little down arrow goes down to give you the recipes and the descriptions of everything that you've seen today. So folks, take care. I will see you next week, and in the meantime, take care of yourself and your own, and anyone else that you can help, please help. 'Tis the season. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.